We often hear people saying how important it is to grind hard in the early stages of our lives. Hustle bustle, wake up at 4 AM, go to the gym. However, among those noise, there's also another group of people that's constantly raving about how you only live as a teenager or in your 20s once in your life, and you should go party, drinking, and all other forms of debauchery. The thing about listening to all these when you're in your younger years, to put it bluntly, the lack of wisdom that comes with experience and age led many unable to make the decision that's best for them at that point. And it's always after we have all reached our late 20s or start to enter our 30s that we thought back and be like, damn, I should have done this, I should have done that, I regret listening to this. So if you're 17 to 25 years old, this is the only self-improvement video that you need to watch in your life. I don't care if this will be the only video you'll ever watch on my channel. Self-improvement videos are like vaccines that you only need to consume once every few years to remind you on what you should be doing. They're not vitamins or prescription medicines that you have to take regularly every single day to improve your life. So please, watch this video till the end, and I promise you, it's going to save you literally years of your time, effort, headaches, and regrets. When I was 17 years old studying in Polytechnic, I remember feeling like I have all the time in the world. If my classes ends early at 1 PM, I have almost an entire day to do whatever I want. I could go back home, have a nice nap till 5 PM, and still have more than 6 hours to do anything I want before going back to school the next day. I'll spend my time playing video games, watch animes, or K-dramas, and that's how I would spend most of my day after school. I have zero responsibility at that point, and the only thing that I need to worry about is school. That's it. What I should study, how I should study, what will my grades be like, whether my crush likes me or not. Time at this point is literally like an open field gold mine. It's literally everywhere. If I were to use a game analogy for what this is like, it's like a limited time event where money is being dropped everywhere, and you have to try and pick up as much money as you can before time runs out. That is what it's like when you are 17 years old. You have an abundance of time. If you think you don't have enough time right now, just wait till you have graduated and started working. Take just one short nap after work, and the rest of your day is gone. If you spend your time in game running around, doing other distracting things, looking on the floor, talking to your gaming buddies, looking at your character's equipment inventory, or embarking on another quest, that limited time event is not going to come back. This has a compounding effect. You can argue that such events will always come back again. In other words, seasons of time in your life where you suddenly have an abundance of time to do anything. Sure, you're not wrong, but keep this in mind. The previous limited event, someone else has already been using it productively and grinding hard. If you miss just one, you're behind by one. And if you miss another, you're behind by two. And if this keeps up, you'll be so behind in life that you look back and wonder, wow, life is so tough. Why am I not where I want to be? Adulting is so difficult. I could never achieve my dreams. I'm going to be very candid that when we are 17, it's so difficult to sink this idea in of regret, of wasting time, and making productive use of our time. If you are at this stage, I assure you, you're not dumb. If you know what's 1 + 1, you are seriously not dumb. You know more than you think. You have the thinking capacity to absorb so much information and knowledge in school. You clearly understand the concept of using your time more productively and not waste it away. But the truth is, you still do. And that's purely because you have not experienced what it feels like to regret something, to crave that chance to experience something that you once had again. You're not going back to where you are right now. It's not like how you can replay your life, like how you can replay this video that you're watching right now. It's gone forever. But if you're able to sink this concept in, that if you let this season in your life go, where you have literally gold mines of time everywhere, you're never getting it back again. I kept going on about how important time is, because time is such a valuable asset if you have goals that you want to achieve. If you have goals of wanting to create a side hustle through content creation, have hobbies that you want to take to the next level, or build a business, the thing that can help you get there is time. One misconception that many people have of pursuing these goals are that it's too early to start, that you should focus on your studies, and once you're much older, then you can start thinking of building your side hustles or whatever pursuits that you want to build from scratch. This misconception is basically the #1 reason why many people let their dreams die. Because when you're past 25 years old and beyond, the amount of time you have to actually work on the things that you want keeps going down. You know when else you have an abundance of time? When you're 63 years old and retired. But hang on, you have wasted most of your youth. You delayed important things like planning for your retirement. Now, you have to beg the company to keep hiring you. Otherwise, you'll be living in the streets. So, where is this abundance of time that you're talking about? Perhaps when you're buried in the ground, where you have an eternity to pursue your goals. I don't care what you've heard from social media or wherever it is. I believe that every single one of us should have a purpose in life. What we often mistaken about what our purpose in life should be is we think that it has to be something huge and honorable, like curing cancer, solving global warming, or ending a war. That's completely BS. Your purpose in life could be something as simple as wanting to have the ability to take care of your family comfortably, migrate to a certain country, or work in a particular specialty to contribute to that field. The whole idea is that you should have a life purpose. It acts as a compass in your life, providing you a general direction on where to go. Not having a life purpose is like wandering aimlessly in the middle of the desert. You can argue all you want that you enjoy the spontaneity, experience life as it comes, and live however you want. However, how long can this spontaneity last? How long can you feel content leading life this way? At a certain point in your life, you'll start to feel so lost on what you should be even doing. Spontaneity feeds your uneasiness because there's uncertainty. uncertainty. At times, it's fun because it mixes things up a little, like traveling to a different country without a plan. But if you were to keep this up, you start to feel frustrated because you start to have expectations. You start to think and want things to turn out the way you experienced it before. And when you don't, what you initially enjoyed becomes the cause of your pain and worries. Having a life purpose gives you a general direction on where you should be going. Even if it's unclear at this point, you roughly know where you should be going, and it makes decision making so much easier. If your goal has always been to achieve a 20 minutes 5km run, deciding between whether you should go for a run in the evening or not is a no-brainer. If you wait till you actually feel like going for a run, why are you even wasting your time creating goals for yourself? Then here comes the other frustrating aspect of finding your life purpose. You have no idea what it is, and that's normal. All of us didn't have our life purpose thrown onto our laps the moment we are born. We came into this world, experienced life as it is, and at a certain point, we find out what we enjoy, what sparks that joy within us, and it became our compass in our lives. There's no rule or criteria set out by the world that says that you'll be able to find out what that is after reaching a certain age. You could still be as lost as you are before when you're 12, but the idea is that you should be constantly finding out what that is. You can't expect yourself to sit at home all day playing video games, watching anime, and one fine day, you have your life purpose given to you through an ad while you're watching Hub. There's nothing wrong with watching anime or video games, but you have to realize this. If you want to achieve extraordinary results, you have to do extraordinary things. You have to go out there, experience life, not life in your 3D or 4D waifu world, but the world out there, outside your bedroom's window. And this brings me to this point of the internet. We are currently living in a unique time in human history, where we have an abundance of information at our fingertips. You can Google anything you want, whether you'll still be able to grow taller at 25 years old, how to travel back in time if you accidentally farted in front of a crush, or whether a tomato is a fruit or a vegetable. There's so much information that you can utilize to find out what you want in life, how to improve yourself, how to start an online business. However, everyone is taking everything that they have for granted. People used to only be able to get information if they travel halfway across the country to get to a library. Meanwhile, you have everything you need in this small piece of metal, but you decide to indulge in video games and animes. Like I've said, there's nothing wrong with indulging in these activities, but you want to lead a better life. You want to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. You want to start a business, earn lots of money, and give your family a good life. You want to achieve all these extraordinary things. Not me, but you. If you want all these things, how can you expect to get the same result without doing extraordinary things? Is sitting at your desk playing video games extraordinary? Or should you be getting your ass out there, do some push-ups if you have always wanted to be fit, or go out and join some hobby club and meet that girl or guy you have always wanted to meet? If there's just one takeaway that every self-improvement content seems to always lead to, is this: take action. It's so easy, so fundamental to understand, but so difficult for people to truly internalize. You can never achieve anything, literally anything, if you don't do anything. You have to do something to get something. That's basic math. If you want to eat a bowl of ramen, you have to get out of your chair, head out of your house, go to the ramen stall, and buy that ramen. You can't just wake up one fine day, shout to the sky and say, "I want ramen," and expect someone to knock on your door and be like, "Irashaimase, ramen desu." It's the exact same thing for your goals and dreams. Want to get a six-pack abs? Go to the gym, go for a run, stop eating junk food. Want to be rich? Start a business, get a real estate license, do sales, not lying on your bed dreaming for $1 million to land on your lap. You have to take action. If you want to achieve something really badly, you have to invest time every single day to work on it. I'm not talking about every 2 or 3 days, or even a week. I'm talking about every single day. I've always wanted to be able to speak fluent Japanese. However, I have a day job that requires me to reach the office at 8 AM, and getting there takes 2 hours. I would wake up every single day at 4:45 AM just so I can get my workout in and study Japanese in between sets. As tired as I am while traveling to work, I would use the time to study instead of taking a nap. To take things further, I signed myself up for the JLPT exam to properly certify myself and test my proficiency. I can't expect myself to suddenly be able to speak fluent Japanese if I simply study whenever I feel like it, or play the occasional Duolingo. I have to get serious, come up with a proper plan on how I can achieve my goal, and take action. If you have something that you have always wanted to achieve, you have to get serious. Saying that you try to do it is not enough. You have to do it. You have to imagine as if you're pushing a boulder up a hill. If you stop for even a moment, you'll lose momentum and fall back into the abyss. If you keep pushing, one day you'll reach the top, and pushing the boulder down would just be a flick of a finger away. Just think about it. Isn't it so tiring to be average? Isn't it so tiring for you to always wonder what it feels like to be where you have always wanted to be? Isn't it so tiring to feel so weak and helpless, always giving into your mind whenever it's telling you to stop, relax, and just go watch some anime? For once in your life, wouldn't it feel so good to shout to the world and be like, "F you world, I will not be average. I will achieve my dreams," and just charge at your goal like a madman? At a certain point in my life, I just got so sick of being weak, so sick of constantly giving myself excuses for mediocrity. I'm tired, really tired to be weak, which is why every single day I've been working on every one of my goals. breaks. You had a long enough break for the past few years of your life. Grind hard. Screw those people that says that the grind mentality is toxic, that you should take a break. In fact, don't stop them. Don't convince them otherwise. Let them take a break, sitting on their couch watching TV, while you go for a 10-kilometer run under the blazing sun or working on your craft. It's all about delayed gratification. You have so much time, so much energy. If you are not going to grind hard now, when will you ever do it? Once you have achieved your goals, you can rest at the very top of the mountain, looking around at the beautiful scenery, while your peers are below, waiting for the sky to fall.